Hi, my name is Charlie, and actually my name is Charles.Carlisle. Everybody calls me Charlie. I have been inspired by the universe to start this channel as encouragement to love as we are ascending into the higher dimension. And this is a journey that we're doing as a collective, but as an individual, we all matter. And this is me trying to explain, I guess, as much as I can so you can resonate with who I am. And one of my biggest fans, and also my brother here, Eric. I'd like to introduce you to him, and we're going to have a little conversation, but I want to let him talk his stuff.
Thank you, Charlie. My name's Eric Keene. I live here in Charleston, South Carolina. I've set up a group that I run every week to help men embody their higher selves. And I've been working with Charlie a little bit. We started doing some work together, and we found out that he had the gift for channeling. So today we're going to just talk a little bit, but also we're going to do a channeling to see what comes forth today. And if Charlie, if there's anything you want to say, or if you want to start channeling, we can do whatever you want to do.
Well, the thing about it is I guess I want to explain, I guess help y'all understand a little bit about my story. I know we all have a story. I was in a wheelchair for over 20 years and had plenty of medical procedures. I've definitely experienced the dark in this lifetime, and it's helped me understand how we can change our bodies because I can walk now. And I realize part of connecting with who you are, you never know how it's going to affect your outside. And it's so important that we find that happiness within ourselves. But we can do a channel, or Eric, you can ask me some questions that maybe as a collective might want to know about me as an individual in this body.
So after being in a wheelchair for 20 years, how did you get out of it?
Well, the first thing I did is realizing I connected with myself, with my higher self, and that's connected with your heart space. And I decided to be happy just to be happy. And I had no idea it was going to lead me to where I am right now. It's been one beautiful journey. It's been a very emotional journey, but it's been so inspiring for myself to understand that we can change anything, but we first have to feel it and believe it.
And how did someone that's in pain every day start to say, oh, well, I'm going to start being happy? How does one do that?
Well, the one thing that I decided to do, and a lot of people, everybody has their own journey. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Is first I was realizing what kind of benefits the pain was bringing me, and that's a tough one at first because when you're in that pain, it's challenging to see beyond the pain. But we all have pain no matter what's in our body. Our left side is receiving. Our right side is giving. When we're having any kind of pain on our left side, it has a lot to do with blocking what we're receiving, at least from my perspective. When we have issues with our right side, we're giving way more than we're receiving. And that can be in so many aspects of life. And the more you get in touch with this, and your heart space, the more you understand, the understanding will be brought to you what you should cleanse from your own personal perspective. And the thing about it is be gentle with yourself. Do not feel like you got to do it all in one day because that's the human thing about it. It's a process. Everybody's process is different, but the main thing is learning to look beyond the pain, and that's. And the best thing I can do is do it through meditation. And here's the thing about meditation. There's no wrong or right way to do meditation. The biggest thing is, like I would encourage you to do, is set 10 minutes in the morning when you first get up before your mind gets real active, and just set a clock for 10 minutes and put the intention that you're going to sit there for that 10 minutes. Your mind, your ego is going to try to tell you you're doing it wrong, you're not doing this right, you're not doing this. But what you're learning to do is you're putting that intention to calm your mind. And the more you calm your mind, the more you can get in touch with this, and then you will be guided from your own personal path. And then also ask the universe to bring cooperative components. Like Eric's been one for me. There's been so many. And like on YouTube, Joe Dispenza, he's awesome. And Louise Hay, she's another awesome one. And William Brown, he's awesome with the collective. Uh, and I know I'm not giving any. But the thing about it is, study them, but not study them because you want to be like them. Just pay attention. Ask the universe to bring that knowledge to you. Like I said, there's no wrong or right way to do it. It's putting the intention out there that this is who you want to be. Allow yourself to be your true self, but you have to connect with who you are to be that.
So when you started walking again, were you just said, I choose to be happy, and now you're walking again?
No, it was I had to. I went through a lot of processing first. Um, I was on a lot of prescription drugs, and I'm not trying to say anything bad about prescription drugs or anything like that. So a lot of prescription drugs. First thing for myself is I had to get clarity, and so I had to unfog my mind. And from my personal perspective was I had to throw down them drugs for me. They were not helping my mind. And the thing about it is when we realize what we're really doing is we're connecting this mind with this beautiful heart. And when they work together, then you're in synchronized with who you truly want to be. But the thing about it is realizing that everybody's journey is different. It doesn't mean that you should throw down, if you're on prescription drugs, that you should throw them down at one time. What it is to connect here and ask, and you will be guided. And the main thing I would want to say is be gentle with yourself. Look at yourself as that little baby learning to walk. When that little baby falls down, you don't say, "Get your dumb ass up." You go, "You can do it. You'll figure it out." That's exactly what we're doing. We have been taught that everything around us matters to this. And when we understand that this is really our guidance. But the thing about it is your emotions. When you feel them negative emotions, that's your higher self saying, I don't agree with you. I don't agree with you. These are everything that happens in our lives are either lessons or blessings. Most of the time they're both, because a lot of times you got to have the lesson before the blessing. And when we truly understand that we're just learning, it's like if you knew, whatever situation you put yourself, if you knew that by putting yourself in that situation you were going to get that response, and you were conscious of it, you probably would not put yourself in that position. But this is all part of the process. When we truly understand, we're learning. Anyways,
And what are we learning, Charlie?
we're learning to be our true self.
And what does that involve?
And what it involves for me is learning what I had to do was for my body wise. I had to learn to connect with my body because I can talk to every cell in my body. And trust me, if I can do it, you can do it. I am no more magical than you are. It's just I'm embracing it. And once we embrace that, because when we learn that we can talk to every cell in our body, because every cell in our body is like an individual. But what we were learning to do is to get every cell in our body to work together in harmony and love and compassion, because it has to start with us first as an individual. We have to love ourselves and appreciate everything that's happened to us in our life, because they're helping us understand that we are this magical being. And all everything that's happened to us in our life is help us connect with who we are. We won't want to change one thing, not one thing, because when we truly realize that everything happens in our life for a reason. There's no accidents. You're not an accident. You're here for a reason. And you're beautiful. Just always remember that. You're here for a reason. Everybody is a different part of the puzzle. Embrace that. We don't want to be like nobody else. It would be boring as hell. That's all I'm saying there. But anyways.
So what you're telling me is that once I can start loving myself, accepting myself, having compassion for myself, my body will start reacting like it would, like it loves me. It will treat me with respect right back. So you can imagine if I worked in a workplace and I had a boss that I loved and respected, he could ask any one of us what to do something, and we would do it. And our bodies and ourselves are the same way. We are like that boss sort of figure, right? And when we start loving and respecting it, we can ask our body to start healing our body to certain areas, and it will do it.
Yes, and the thing about it is, it's all a process because really, I'll just say this: I was in the hospital. They were getting ready to do a surgery on me. It's not even important about all that other shit. But the thing about it is, the thought that changed my life was no like woo thought. It was like, please don't take me with my head this far up my ass. And I don't mean that ugly. It's just I was not trying to be ugly with myself. That was the best way I can. And then I decided to be happy, just to be happy. And part of being just to be happy was look at all the things around me that I could appreciate. The things that I was think was this was being done to me, that was being done to me. I took full responsibility for everything that happens to me because it was all allowed being done to myself to help me understand who I truly am.
Yeah, I agree. So responsibility is probably one of the biggest things that's coming up in my own life. Taking responsibility for my health, for my thoughts, for my actions. It's up to me to do that. No one else. I can't blame it on you anymore. I can't have the government keep me safe, my family to keep me safe. I have to know that safety and security comes from within. Is this what you've been figuring out yourself?
Yes, and the thing about it is when we truly understand that your guidance is here. If it don't feel good here, don't fucking do it. I wouldn't do it, man. I don't care what it is. If this says not to do it, that's your guidance because I guarantee you, just like when I say I guarantee you from my perspective, you're going to go do it and then you're going to wonder why you feel like crap. And then you're going to write, well, I didn't listen to myself. But when we become conscious of that, oh, I was being told this wasn't the right thing for me, but I felt like I had to do it for whatever reason. There's no wrong or right, is whatever reason, because once you become conscious of that, it's just like when I go to speaking to my body, I know I'm jumping a little bit, but with my body. If I go to a restaurant and I'm not sure what's best for my body, I'll go down the menu and I'll read what it is. If I don't get no little tingling sensation here, then it's probably not right. Now, sometimes my body might say, oh, this one and that one's probably all right. I mean, and then you'll say, okay, which one will benefit me more? You'll understand, but this is a process. There's no wrong or right way. And the more you become conscious of it, the more that understanding is there. And that was probably long-winded. I apologize if it was too long-winded.
So how long has it been now that you've been out of a wheelchair?
I've been totally out of a wheelchair. I guess the first time I stood up in front of everybody was at my sister's. So I guess now that's been almost 2 years. And I was in a wheelchair for over 20.
And now we play golf together.
Yes, and I'm playing the best golf I ever played in my life. It's amazing. But here's the thing about it is, I'm no more amazing than you are. Remember that. I am no more amazing than you are because you are beautiful. I know I look good, but when I say that, I'm not saying that in a conceited. This is confidence. We have not been taught to be confident because if you're confident, you're arrogant. That's not true. There's a difference between arrogance and feeling good about yourself, and it's all right to feel good about yourself. Don't let people take that away from you. And that's what I'm inspiring to. The main message that comes off anything that I channel or share with y'all is to be truly connect with who you are and love it. Love it, because when you start loving it, you never know where it's going to carry you. And that is the beauty of it.
And so when you were in a wheelchair for all those years, when you came to take responsibility, what were the benefits of being in that wheelchair? Why would you attract that into your life in the first place?
Well, the one thing in life is I always wanted to be loved. I guess the thing about it is I truly just wanted that love, because that's really what we're here. Everybody wants to be loved, but we deserve the love. But it's the process of understanding for ourselves how to bring that love to us. And the one thing, I guess, by being in a wheelchair, I had a lot of people that would dote over me, would like, that showed a lot of compassion. I had a bunch of surgeries, a bunch of procedures. It doesn't matter how many it is. I mean, that's, if you want to know, maybe in time I'll share all that. It doesn't really make that big of a difference to me. But the people were so compassionate and so caring. But at that time, I didn't even realize that because I'm so absorbed with why is this being done to me? Why is this happening? Why is this? Oh my God, I'm overwhelmed. Oh God, why am I being punished? Oh, I did this when I was younger. I did that, and that's all ego. And then we realize our ego, we appreciate our ego, but our ego does not benefit us when it tells us what we can and can't do, because how can you put ourselves in the new if you got some little voice in your head saying, you can't do this, you can't do it, your family ain't never done that, you ain't never done that, you're unworthy. Remember what you did when you were a kid? You did that shit, you shouldn't have did that. Now, how's people supposed to look at you for real when you're worried about that? And when you realize you put that to rest and you connect with your higher self, and you listen to that guidance. And then once that you listen to that guidance, you never know where it's going to lead. But it all starts with just being happy, and through love, compassion, appreciation, and gratitude. But you have to start with yourself first.
Beautiful.
And this is a beautiful experience. I wouldn't change one thing in my life. And here's the thing about it is, I will share anything. If that means me being vulnerable as hell, guess what? When you realize who you are, the only person you're being invulnerable is to anybody is you're being vulnerable to yourself. And it's so beautiful when you can let yourself. Who do you really keeping secrets from? The only person you're keeping a secret from is you. When you know the shit, you experienced it. So why are you keeping a secret from yourself? But it doesn't mean you got to go around and tell everybody all your business. What I mean is, if you're inspired to share something with somebody, just think of what you're doing. You're exposing yourself, yes. But what you're doing is you're letting them know it's all right. It's all right. That experience is, what has that experience brought to your life? When we look at it from that perspective, what has that truly brought to our experience? Why then all of a sudden it's like, oh wow, and it's beautiful, but it's just that easy.
Well, thank you, Charlie. That's very inspiring. Is there anything you'd like to share?
Well, the thing about it is, I believe in being real, and here's the main thing: anything that I share here, if it doesn't resonate with you, it's all right. It doesn't mean it's wrong. It just maybe this ain't right for you, but it's all right. It doesn't mean that it's taken away from you. Nobody's forcing you to watch it or anything. But remember this: everything that comes from me is love, compassion, gratitude, appreciation. But I love myself that much to love y'all, because guess what? We're all connected. We're all connected.
Would you like to share one of your channels with us?
Well, I'm going to ask, and I believe they're going to have a message. We'll see what it is, and I don't know who it's going to come from. We'll just have to see what happens, and I'll take some deep breaths, and we'll see what's going to happen. We are the Arcturians, and we are so happy to be with you today. We're so excited because we want to play with y'all. Charlie is such fun. He loves to play. That's why we love connecting with him. But here's the thing about it: we love connecting with every one of you. And we're right here. We're right here. All you have to do is ask. But truly ask and open yourself up. And you never know. You never know who's going to come through. And just one of the things we would ask you to do, Make sure you're asking for the light. Make sure you're asking for the light, because you are the light. You are a light being in a physical body having a human experience, and it is amazing. It is amazing. You, as the collective, are here. Every one of you has wanted to be here at this time. Mother Gaia, we are ascending. She's already ascending. She's like, it's up to y'all. She loves us this much. As time goes on, we will realize how truly blessed that we are to be on this earth at this time. Charlie tried to come in at that time. I just had to run him off. I do this to love him. He gets so excited. He wants to be part of this in so many ways. We are here for guidance. We are here to guide. We're here to assist in any way that we can help the human consciousness. Now we're open to questions.
How can we play more?
Find the things that stir you inside. Some people love being at the beach. Some people love to be in nature. Some people love to play games, physical games. The important part is you find the joy. The more you can laugh, the more you can giggle, the more that you allow yourself to play. Find an adventure, go fishing, playing golf, doing art, singing. Big one is dancing, letting it flow, no matter what. And there's no wrong or right way to dance. Feel the music. Just feel the music. Let your body flow. You can do this by yourself. You don't have to do this around other people. But guess what? When you understand, when you do it around a collective, and you have a collective dancing and having joy together, you have no idea how bright that light is. And trust me, the universe wants to feel that, because by your ascending, you are affecting this whole universe and galactic in ways that you don't understand. And in time, you will. But play. There's no wrong right way to play. Whatever brings you joy, whatever brings that smile on your face, whatever encourages you to laugh and be silly, that's what you should do. Who cares what anybody thinks about you? Find that solitude in yourself, that true love in yourself, and everything else will fall into place. There's no right or wrong way. Just intend to have fun, no matter what you do.
And how are we slowing down our ascension process?
By not being in the present. By worrying about what happened last week, or what's going to happen next week, or what's going to happen an hour ago, or what's going to happen in 3 hours. Be in the present. Learn. This is where the magic is. In the now. Time is just an illusion. The now. Right here, right now. How much better can it, ask the universe, how much better can it get than this? Because you'll realize, oh my God. But open yourself up. But being in the now. Shakespeare, boy, Charlie, you're having trouble with them words, aren't you? Shakespeare said, to be or not to be. And from my understanding, to be in the moment or to be somewhere else. And I choose to be in the moment. Thank you, Charlie, for butting in again. I appreciate that. It's all good.
How does it get any better than this?
That is a good question. And we're going to give that answer with another question because guess what? That's an individual perception. Connect, connect, because you haven't seen anything yet. Let the magicalness in. Let it in. You haven't seen nothing yet.
And when someone is having a hard time, you know, they're just staying stuck in the future and stuck in the past, how can they come back to the present?
Well, there is processes, and these are two that Charlie uses, and I'm going to share them with you. I am the light. I am the truth. I am the love. I am. And there's another great one that he likes to use. I am appreciating the beauty that I live with. I am. I am appreciating the beauty that I live by. I am. I am appreciating the beauty that I base my life. I am. And when you feel out of sorts, say them to you. And the thing about it is you say these to yourself. Take some deep breaths. Because what you're doing is you're connecting with your heart space. And we truly understand that each time we make that connection back, each time you do that, whatever that situation that's drawing you out of that connection, each time you become conscious that you become disconnected, it's easier and easier and easier. And be gentle. Remember, you're learning. You're learning.
Now, are there any other beings that would like to come through right now?
We are the Pleadians.
Do y'all have any messages for us today, Pleadians?
We are here to assist humanity. We would like Charlie to do a light language. It's going to be basically an activation. But we're going to have to bring him back. Our message to you for the day is love. Love and compassion is the way to get out of this matrix. And we're here to assist you. We're here to assist you. Call upon us. Call upon your angels. Call upon your spiritual guides. Call. They're waiting to hear you. When you go to sleep every night, your higher self connects with them every night. When we truly understand, we can connect with them at any time. But it all starts with you raising your vibration. We love you. All good. Just do that vibration. I'm supposed to do some light language for you today, and really excited about this. I know. Just gonna let it go. I'm not gonna try to explain nothing, and just feel it. Just feel it. Well, this has been interesting today. No other thing than this. It's been definitely interesting. There's nothing planned on this. Each week when I give a message, and time, they may be more than once a week. I'm trusting. There's no planning. This is all, we get together, we talk. Eric's going to be part of it. There'll be some weeks where I'm just doing this by myself. I mean, he'll be behind the camera or whatever, but he's always part of this because this is part of a cooperative, because we choose to. We don't have to work together. We choose to, but we have nothing but love and respect for each other. And when we realize that's all we want for everybody is love and respect, and everybody deserves good. I appreciate y'all's time. Eric, do you have any closing words?
No, just thank you for sharing all your gifts today. Do you offer any services with people?
Well, I am understanding because I am learning to do readings. Also, I can talk to the higher vibrations. A lot of people want to call it the dead, whatever, but when we realize nobody dies, we might leave the physical body, but I can talk to the higher vibrations. And I am still understanding my gifts, which a true master is always learning. Anybody who believes they know it all, to me, that's just a ego thing. We're always learning, and I'm always open to refining myself. But the thing about it is I'm willing to work with anybody. In time, I can be more clear on this, but right now I can say, if you want to connect with me, I'm open to connecting, because we can connect in ways that you don't even understand, because I'm still understanding. And it's beautiful. It is so, so awesome to be part of this journey. I'm so grateful, so appreciative. It's amazing. I have nothing but love. I truly love you.
Wonderful. Well, thank you all so much. We'll have Charlie's and my emails addresses in the link below. Like and subscribe.